I had relations with a pig. That's called porking.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am, that's tasteless adjacent.
Welcome, everybody. Tasteless Adjacent, episode 20 or 30? Was it 30?
30, I believe.
30.
30.
I am Jay Chowder. We have Bone.
Hey.
Slopdog. Do I just not hear her, or did she say it?
Didn't hear it all.
All right, is that better? Is I just too quiet? Hello.
Slopdog's here, and oh man, what else that happened to you? And woo, the mean streets of Connecticut. Yeah, thought something happened to you.
I have a story. We'll get into that. I have stories about it too now. Go ahead.
Oh man, it is going down. We got stories to tell you, folks. No movie review, just stories. And they're like, well, I'm turning this episode off. What?
Episode Dirty 30.
Oh, get that. I'm going to tell you, my dick smells like a foot right now. I got to go shower. And it is a dirty 30. Woo! Did you ever put your hand in your pants and rub your groins all wet? And you take your hand out and you can smell it in the air? Whoa!
Nope, I bathe.
I use wet naps for the most part sometimes. And then,
such a fucking lifestyle. I don't know. I'm jealous. Wet napping yourself.
I'm not.
Just grabbing all the wet naps you can at the KFC to fucking wipe up your nuts.
I do grab a lot of napkins at the McDonald's and the KFC. You never know what you need them for in the car, And but I will tell you this. I'll tell you what you won't be envious of. My kid likes the Pop cereal. Have you ever heard anybody in your life? I love my kid, right? But I never heard anybody in my life truly like the cereal Pops. You know what I'm talking about? It's the yellow.
Yeah, corn pops. I think they're good. I like them.
I've never heard anybody in my life like them.
I
don't have my Pops. I don't know.
Yeah. Remember the commercials? A guy's out there banging people's heads in, raping women. He's like, gotta have my Pops. And then he eats a bowl of Pops. And he's like, whew. And it's like, gotta have my Pops. All right, I guess you won't rape and pillage if you get your Pops in you. All right. And, but I've never heard anybody else like them. And then my kid's like, well, let's buy some Pops. The family size one. You won't even eat them. He's like, I love Pops. And I'm like, why did this happen? So, I don't know. You might like honeycombs too. I don't fucking know.
Ooh, yeah,
that's
honeycombs.
What? These are all fucking stupid cereals. Get out of here with that noise.
What? Honeycombs are good, bro. They got that honey, nice little sweetness. I just got some Count Chocula the other day.
Yeah,
Count Chocula
as a snack at night. Makes me happy.
Yes, you fucking put some in a cup dry and eat it. You're like, woo! I'm a fat son of a bitch, and I like it. Woo, woo.
Well, my favorite cereals in general are Frosted Mini Wheats, Frosted Flakes, Raisin Bran, and Corn Chex.
Man,
that's a weird
Jesus
one to put in there.
Christ. Oh my God! I like Honey Bunches of Oats, and
I do like Honey Bunches of Oats. Those are good too.
What do you need to take a shit hardcore or something? What the fuck? You don't like good cereal?
Well, what cereals do you guys like?
I love Cocoa Pebbles.
I like good Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles are really
I love light cereal, both cinnamon and regular.
Cinnamon. Cinnamon.
What? You making fun of me saying cinnamon?
No, I like the cinnamon, but I was about to cough.
Well, how do you say cinnamon? Cinnamon, right?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
I'm not feeling well. I got a fever of 103.
Oh, Jesus. I got a fever
of 103.
We both were singing it. Hot-blooded.
As my brain boils.
Are you going to the ER or something, or no?
Nah, I got set up a thing at the Minute Clinic tomorrow because the nurse practitioner didn't like that I didn't want to talk about my underlying breathing condition that doesn't happen.
Fuck you, bitch.
So she
sounds like
just shut me down.
So do you have to go to the place tomorrow, or is it an online thing?
Yeah, I gotta go to CVS tomorrow.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good.
And the Minute Clinic's in the CVS?
Yes. And then I'm going to go buy hot dogs.
Oh boy, why?
Because
I just thought
the only one that had an appointment was up in Rhode Island, and there was Spikes up there, and so we can get some nice hot beef injection and then go to my doctor's appointment.
Oh man, do you buy two? Eat one in the mouth, one in the ass, meat in the middle.
I do.
Well, that's a good time.
Spike's hot dog's the best hot dog in the world.
I like Nicky's Doghouse.
It's better than Nicky's, dude. Way better than Nicky's. But Nicky's is good.
Boy, you hear this, Nicky's? It's a fucking throwdown! Motherfucking Spikes!
We'll do Spikes versus... Maybe we should do a Tasteless Adjacent food fight. Nicky's versus Spikes.
I gotta tell you, people like Raising Cane's. I tried again recently. Fuck your mother, Raising Cane's. Your fucking shit stinks. And people are like around the block for it and shit. It is garbage. And dude, let me tell you this.
That is.
I think it's tasty. I love it.
It's like a chicken finger joint that people like rub their cocks over. They say it's great. It's garbage. And what? And let me tell you this story. I fucking came out here and I was like, oh, fucking In-N-Out burger, delicious. I think it might be the best burger. But after time of being on here for a while, I'm kind of like, it's okay. It's not the best. I think my burger I prefer the most, and I think it's because of how I grew up. I think a Burger King burger is gonna top them all, baby. Like it's just that smoked flavor, and it's just like that home, you know what I mean? Like it's just you know it. And I'm like, I'm gonna pick. I've been eating some Burger King like my mother's Hut to Trot or something. They're just fucking delicious.
Man, when you traded in your house, you also traded in your taste buds for some trailer park taste buds, because there's no way Burger King is better than In-N-Out Burger. That is horrific.
I think it is. It's just, it feels home. Oh man, it's like it wraps me in a little blanket. Oh, a little burger, puts a little crown on my head. Woo!
Dude, loving it. Five Guys is better. Shake Shack is better. Steak and Shake is better.
Shake Shack is garbage.
Do you like Steak and Shake? Because I love Steak and Shake as well. They're delicious.
I've never had Steak and Shake.
I thought that was just what they said in that movie. Shake and steak.
Steak and no, Steak and Shake. It's a burger. It's a burger place, and they're really good. Their fries are awesome. Their burgers are good. Great milkshakes.
The Red Robin today. That was really good.
Red Robin.
Although I'm not big on their... I don't think their fries are that great. Like, that's just my opinion. I don't like the big fat fries like that. But their onion rings are really good. So
you like the skinny ones?
I like skinny fries better.
I like fat women.
But I'm not like big on French fries anyway. Like I'm not like, oh, I can't wait to eat French fries. Like it's like they're okay, but like I don't normally, you know what I mean? Like I'd rather have onion rings.
You know, Red Robin onion rings, they sell them in the frozen bag at the freezer section, like Walmart and Stop and Shop and shit. And those are like the best onion rings, frozen onion rings you can buy.
No, I'll have to try.
Do you still, as an adult, when you have onion rings, pretend you're getting married? Or pretend you have a bunch of rings on your fingers?
I do not. I just eat them.
I usually just eat them. Yeah.
Me too. I was just curious.
I can't wait when Chowder comes down and then we can do some food fights. And then Chowder can pretend he's getting married to the onion rings.
We can make fun of him. That's perfect.
Or like you bite a little bit of the corner and you give yourself like an earring, like the Mr. Potato Head earrings. Remember they had a little slit in them?
Oh yes.
You just bite a little bit of you bite a little bit of the onion ring, and maybe you do or don't put it on his earring. If you're feeling fancy, give yourself two earrings. You know what I mean?
I just didn't think of.
Oh boy. Highly recommend. Go to the store. I don't know what time it is. Go to the store. Get yourself some onion rings. Fucking have a night for yourself. It's Saturday. Fucking go wild. Sometimes you try and find one. Could this fit around my pecker? You know, then you want to get as close as your pecker to size it up without touching your pecker so you can still eat it. And you're just like, let me size. Will this fit around my pecker? And you're like, I don't know. And you're like, part of you think it will, but then it sometimes like it's at a diagonal. And you're like, oh, no, good thing I pulled back when I did. I would have touched the ring to my pecker and not been able to eat it. And you're like, oh, boy.
Like a hula hoop on your pecker.
Right. Hey! Woo, 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 woo.
Woo, woo, woo. And then try to flick it up into your mouth.
Flick it on someone's plate. Whoa, who gets the lucky one? And who's gonna eat good tonight? Yeah! Oh man.
That kid that eats the French toast in the movie where the guy takes the French toast and he puts it in his pants and he farts.
Yes. He's like, it's delicious. Like licks it, puts up his ass and stuff. Yeah.
I feel
It's good.
I feel like you're gonna come back and just hand us out all onion rings and take your pants off and act like it's a ring toss.
I'll be like, I didn't sign up
what?
for
You're
this,
not
no.
cool. You're not cool. You're too cool for this. Too good in Connecticut. Too good to put fucking onion rings on your dick with your family now. What's the matter with you? Too good. I gotta tell you, I got an urge when I'm around a table with a bunch of people to just like, I wish I was invisible because I just want to go around and just smell everyone's crotch and see who stinks and who doesn't. And I just want to just know. I don't know. I just stand on that table and just smell everyone's crotch real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you still see someone for therapy? Like, you might want to bring that up.
She gave me up. She's like, I think you're good. And,
do you still smell people's seats?
No, not anymore. I gave it up. I think Aunt Pauline broke me on it. And
I gave it up.
I think I got my fill that day when I smelled Aunt Pauline's chair that smelled god awful. And I was like, yowza. Like, yeah, that was the thing when I was younger, folks. I would always smell everybody's chair. When they got up, I'd sniff where someone's ass was. Why? I don't know. I like the smell of dirty ass. I don't know. And so but we had an Aunt Pauline who was an older lady, a little big, a little old. And one day she got up and was ready to go out the door, and I think I almost knocked her over. I went to go smell that chair so fast, and we just wrote a sketch about it. And I'm like, I almost knocked her over, and Grandma's like, "Oh my God, Jay, what's the matter with you? Careful about Pauline." And I was like, yeah. And I just like was sniffing the chair like it was fucking God's medicine, and I was going just sniffville, and it was crazy. But it did smell horrible. Worst thing ever. One of the worst things I've ever smelled in my life.
Yikes! I just love that you rushed to go smell it.
I almost knocked her over. I was going so quick to get there.
Wow.
Fucking Aunt Pauline, she had a cane.
It.
She wobbled like a little bit because she had to like kind of brace herself. She may or may not have to grab the fridge to not be fully knocked over.
She probably couldn't and I'm not trying to be like, because she was old. She probably couldn't wash her backside very well. Is probably what you got to smell there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna confirm she didn't. And
did you ever try to smell your own chair after your
did I ever smell my own?
After your dirty nuts have been sitting on it?
No, but let me tell you this. I recently seen a meme, and it's like Jim Carrey, like dry heaving, I think from Dumb and Dumber, and it's like when you smell someone's sit down air and it stinks, and I was like, oh my God, I wonder how many times I've sat down like at somewhere, a restaurant, waiting to be seated, or a pot shop, and my sit down air stinks, and someone next to me almost wanted to throw up.
Oh my God. You gotta bathe more, kid. Wet wipes aren't doing it.
I think I'm bathing pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, but what?
But how often do you bathe? Like, for real, how often do you take a shower?
A couple times a week by bucket.
Oh, all right. Okay. I'm gonna wash myself with a rag on a stick.
No, it's like a bucket you put on a ladder. And then gravity takes over. And then,
wait for it. Gravity, water falls on you from a bucket on a ladder. Out in the desert while your kids wash you with a stick. I know all about it.
You dip your balls in the bucket to wash them?
That's why they sleep in the tent now, because they can't bear to sleep in the same trailer as you.
They're just crying. They're like, oh, I've seen too much.
Seen too much of the pawpaw. Oh man, it's raining. It's raining. Hallelujah, it's a raining man. Oh yeah. And every time like this, Exactly. Yeah, it's raining. I think I'd say that. People would be like, it's raining, man. That's right, bitches. And
So post Halloween, how was you guys' trick or treat? I know how
oh
Slopdogs
fuck yeah,
I saw you got to send us a picture of free Bibles or something.
dude. Well, that was my question. I don't like. I talked to mom because she called us, and then she's like, "Hey, just saying, happy Halloween." It was awesome. And I go, "Hey, what's the deal?" I go, "I meant to call you. You guys should have went to my wife's parents' like neighborhood, like where they always have that big yard sale every year, because there's a million houses, and you can walk and get a good haul. And because you guys just walk mom's neighborhood, right? You don't get a lot of candy, do you?"
Kids don't really eat a lot of candy.
Dude, we went to houses. They had to be a minimum of $600,000 to $700,000 houses. Not I'm affording. And I'm like, Jesus Christ! They got multiple king size candy bars, handfuls of candy, and then just trucking around these neighborhoods. Dude, he almost filled up a whole grocery bag from the store.
Nice,
crazy.
That's a good haul.
I'm digging into it. And
we were walking around mom's neighborhood, and Slopdog came with us. And Slopdog, remember, there was all of a sudden this guy in like an SUV just like drove up stopped dead in the middle of the street, and like opened his trunk and started like taking out all these bags of candy and goes, "Oh, here's some candy, guys! Come get some candy!"
Did you say no?
We got the candy.
Got candy.
It's okay. It was Halloween, but he had a kid with him too. But it was just kind of weird, but unusual.
That kid fell for it.
The man usually stops and wants to, gives you a bunch of candy. You say no, but in Halloween it's okay. But but he wasn't at a house or anything. He was just driving down the street. He saw us walking, the group, so he just stopped and started opening up bags of candy and dumped it out in the back of his trunk and was just like, "Hey, candy!"
I wonder if he lived like further down. Maybe he was in one of the houses that was dark when we first went down because he was out getting candy. I don't know. That was my guess. But
maybe he likes to fuck kids. Oh my God. I've been horrified.
But it was fun. Like my daughter had a good time, but she was like done by the end. She's like, "Oh, my legs hurt. I don't want to walk anymore." You might have thought we made her walk like 12 miles. I'm like, what? Jesus.
Get her pimp. You're like, "Give a candy, bitch." Look, kill her. Right. We're at full size.
I love how Slopdog's husband was just like, "Get that candy, run!"
He was trying to he's like, "I'm hungry. Go get the candy." Because he wants to stop and get food on the way home. Because we were hungry. Because, we all just came right from work. You know what I mean? Just went.
McDonald's was jamming after freaking trick-or-treating.
That's where we went, too. We went to McDonald's, too. And I was like, holy shit, everybody else had the same idea. But it was all good. I was hungry.
Dude, no one wants to cook. You get like a Little Caesars, McDonald's, something to just click, easy, we're done.
Yes.
I wish we had a Little Caesars around here. I love Little Caesars, even though it kind of the smell reminds me of sewage, but I still really like it.
What?
Oh my God.
I don't know
if I've ever had Little Caesars.
The Little Caesars in Putnam always reminded me of sewage. I had a girlfriend that worked there as well, and she used to smell like pizza all the time, which is cool.
Oh my God, I'm afraid I'm going to fall asleep at your house, and my asshole's going to smell like Little Caesars to you, cheesy and sewage, and you're going to go, "I'm going to eat this asshole."
I believe you don't have to worry about that.
Pizza. Pizza.
Ew, yeah, I'm gonna pizza. I just sleep and just hang my ass over your face and yell, "Pizza, pizza, eat it." And well, let me tell you this: I'm wiping my asshole lately, and I got Hemis. I gotta use some of that preparation ice cream because, it's feels like when I'm wiping my asshole, it's like you ever see those rock climbing walls, like those nubs where you put your feet and your hands to grab onto. I feel like I got like a fucking warded asshole. So like when I'm wet napping, I'm like got a ring around the collar each fucking hemorrhoid.
What the fuck, kid?
Oh my God.
It's just too much information.
It's way too much. Yikes. Oh, hey, you want me to tell Gavin, you want me to tell you about my Dateline thing going on I got going on?
Yeah. Yes.
I do. I want to hear that.
All right. So I got a new car, well, a new to me car, but still a new to me car. So my old car is still parked in my driveway. Okay. I have to call the place, they'll come take it for scrap or whatever, but I haven't done that yet. So it's just sitting in my yard, just to give you an idea. Okay. So I'm leaving for work last Saturday morning, and I go in early, so I got to leave the house by like 7:15. So I step out of the house, I lock my door like normal, and I notice that there's a cell phone in the leaves next to my door, like next to our steps. And I'm like, why the hell would there be a cell phone here? And it has like an Apple on it. And I'm like, nobody in the house has an Apple phone. So I'm like, who the hell's phone is this? So I pick it up and I look and I click it, so the screen will light up. But it just shows me like a dead battery kind of thing. And I'm like, well, maybe it was like one of the Amazon drivers. You know how they have to take a picture of it, whatever. So I'm like, well, maybe one of them dropped it. I'll leave it on the step. I'm sure somebody will be back for it, right? So I leave it on the step. I walk down the stairs. I go get in my car. And I'm like, just like putting my pocketbook in the other seat and like just kind of like, adjusting and whatever. And all of a sudden, there's a guy standing on the passenger side of my car in the window looking at me.
Oh,
Scares the right, and it's a big, it's a big black guy. Okay, so anyway, he's standing, scares the fucking shit out of me. I scream like an idiot because he scared me. He jumps, and then I jump because whatever. Anyway, so then I'm like, oh my God, what? So I'm like, can I help you? Are you like, what's going on, right? So he's like, oh, have you seen my phone? Why the hell would his phone have been like near my door in the leaves? But I'm like, well, I did find a cell phone over there. Maybe that's yours. So I give it to him, and he's like, oh yeah, thanks so much. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, oh yeah, I want to tell you guys, thank you for giving me a ride home last night. I was really drunk. And when he says that, he points at my old car, like meaning like we gave him a ride home in my old car. My old car hasn't moved in almost a month. So I'm like, what? So he goes, yeah, he goes, when I woke up there earlier, that's when I must have lost my phone. I'm like, so he must have slept in my fucking car. He must have been so drunk that he slept in my old car, like a bum. Who the hell does that?
Tonight on Dateline.
Exactly. I'm like, what?
That's fucked up.
Right? So I'm like, okay. And he's like, oh, I want to get you guys something to tell you thank you. And I'm like, no. Like,
wait,
oh God, no, it stops
here.
I think he slept in my old car. He told me he woke up there and then he couldn't find his phone. So maybe the night before, maybe he like was so drunk he was trying to get into our house and realized he couldn't get in the house and then slept in the car. I don't fucking know. I'm like,
keep those doors locked.
Exactly. So I'm like, all right. And he's like, oh, you sure you don't want me to get you anything? I'm like, no, we're all set. See you later. Like, just like for the love of God, just go home. Like, what the fuck? So I leave. And then I tell my husband later on, and he's like, oh my God. And he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I know. So it's like, all right, well, I'm going to go lock your car because I didn't know it would be a fucking bum magnet. Like, what the hell is that? I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, so then we locked my car. Great. So now
he's like, hey, I'm in here.
So I know, right? Get out of here. So then like a few more days go by. Okay. So this is like, I don't know, like Thursday morning. I'm coming back out like to get Zoe in the car because I got to bring her to school, right? Normal day. And I come out to the car and I go to get her in the car and I'm like, that's like a weird smell. There's cigarette ashes in the back of my car. I don't smoke. My husband doesn't smoke. Obviously my daughter doesn't smoke. None of us smoke. So I'm like, did that guy get in my new car and like have a cigarette?
Probably slept in that one too.
Right? Because he smokes. And I'm like, uh-oh. Did we lose Chowder? Did the guy get him?
He got offended. Because that's what he does in the trailer park.
But I'm like, holy shit. So, yeah, so now I've been making sure my new car is locked. I just wasn't thinking about it the other night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, did you not lock you don't lock your car?
Well, I normally do, but I just didn't think of it. I was just trying to get her in the house, and I just, you know what I mean? I just didn't think about it. And I'm like, oh, there's nothing in the car. Like, what are they going to steal on my car? There's nothing in it to steal. But, I mean, I don't think about somebody fucking sleeping in it, like, or sitting in it.
Yeah, I guess this guy just, like, natural. Now it is, your cars are now his home.
I guess. So now I'm like, I told Jay, I'm like, I'm going to have to start carrying my mace. Because I'm telling you, if that effer, like, pops up, I'm going to mace him. Like, I'm sorry. You shouldn't be in my yard. You shouldn't be able to near me or my cars. Especially if I have Zoe with me. Like, no.
The one time I can, like, almost excuse, you know what I mean? He got drunk.
Like, okay, you were drunk. All right.
He wandered and randomly found a car and slept in it. But when he's coming back and sleeping in your car again and smoking cigarettes, you gotta set your car on fire.
Exactly. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You wake up in the morning, it's just a burning husk.
Right? Exactly. I'd be like, what? I don't know. I don't want trouble, but like, I'm not okay. Like, no, it's not okay. And then the other thing I was worried about was like, so now of course we're making sure everything's locked. And I'm like, am I gonna get a knock on the door and have them be like, hey, can you unlock your doors so I can take a nap? Like, I don't know. Fuck me. Like, I hope that doesn't happen, but
Yeah, you don't want to wake up in the morning and find him on your fucking couch or something, just sleeping there.
Yes, that was my other fear. Was like, oh my god, we're gonna wake up. He's gonna be sleeping on our couch or something. Like,
you don't notice that he's on the couch and you just start cooking breakfast, and he's just like, oh, something smells really good. It's like, holy shit.
I'll have some eggs, and I'll be like, what? But I'm just like, what the hell? So hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully it was just a fluke, and let's hope never again. But like, I'll tell you, even this morning I had to work, and I went outside and I was like looking, double checking. Like, oh my god. So, and then I was waiting. Then like my husband said, he's like, he could have Datelined you, and I'm like, I know. Do you know how many Datelines start
Tonight,
like that?
on Dateline.
Yes, like they, like she was on her way to work. She never made it there. She only lives, so many miles from work, but her car was still in the driveway.
It starts off that he's like, oh, hey, thanks for the ride home last night. And then I had a really good time with you last night. It's like, excuse me? What? And then all of a sudden you guys are like hobo married.
I gotta give him $1 every morning. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like, what the heck? I mean, I'm not against anybody.
It's scary though.
Jesus.
You never know what people are gonna do. That's fucking nuts.
What they're capable of. I'm like, yeah. And we don't live in like, you know what I mean? We're not living in like a bad neighborhood or something. It's not like I'm in the middle of Hartford or something. It's like, what the hell's going on? Like, why? But anyway.
The world's crazy. Did we lose Chowder permanently?
We lost him.
I don't know if he rage quit and he had to put up a tent, or if he fucking white trash werewolf got him, or I don't know what's going on.
All of his balls got to him.
Maybe just knocked him out. He just passed out from the smell of his nuts. He just shifted him.
And like he just slid down inside the car. That's terrible.
I want to know more about that picture that he sent us on trick-or-treat night, free Bibles.
Like, what? Was anybody taking those? Like, my guess is probably not, but they were trying to help all those heathens that were out trick-or-treating.
Heathens of the trailer park.
That's right. They knew those trailer park heathens were out there trying to trick-or-treat.
I was a tiny bit weirded out, though, by that guy that just randomly stopped with bags of candy, but...
that was odd. But that was my guess. I really think he probably was, like, one of the houses that was dark. And, he was like, oh, let me, make sure these kids get candy because I was, on my way home. That's because obviously, why else would he be going?
He was headed home towards the end of the road, so... And he had, and he opened up all the bags and just dumped them in his trunk, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think he just was like, oh, hey, let me, make sure I give these kids some candy, and... that was my guess. I don't know. Or maybe he's just getting out of work. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, I missed it. They already started kind of thing. And, let's hope.
I hope you're safe.
Let's hope
Did you call the cops or anything?
He didn't steal somebody else's what was I going to call the cops? Hey,
that kid was the kid he used to lure the other people in, or the other kids in.
You didn't get any more than that, right?
He's safe. No.
His Halloween sex
dungeon. It was just that. And then I think he might have smoked a cigarette in my car. So... Now I'm making sure my car is locked. My old car is definitely locked.
I think Chowder died.
I gotta call this week for them to come take it. You know what I mean? We're making sure our house is locked. Because, I don't want to find some guy sleeping on my couch or something, Like, hey, craziness.
I remember, I don't know. People, I always worried. People got my car and stole change out of my car on my road. It's like it was right in front of my house. So I remember being nervous about them. Like, they would just go in your car, And we're like, we normally leave because it was the winter, so our locks were freezing. And we told the cop because we think it might have been the new people who moved across the street because we see them looking in our car. And then we came on, like, hey, what's up? And then
Weird.
Just very weird. And then like a day or two later, it got broken into and stolen, change and stuff stolen out. And so we're just like, that's crazy. But we didn't lock because our neighborhood was nice. and then stuff like that, and then the weather, we didn't want our locks to freeze. And the cops like, you should, no matter what lock you do, because if they're walking through and it's they check and it's open, they're gonna look at it. And I'm like, oh, that's great. So that was that. But anyway, anything, if you notice anything more crazy, I'd say something. But otherwise, it was probably just a one-time thing, and just
so.
Guy lost his way. Go back the other way.
Yeah, don't come around here. Like, I'm gonna have like my mace on me and just. I'm telling you, if he scares me again, that fucker's gonna be sorry because I'm gonna spray.
I would spray him for sure, a trillion %.
Like, you do not belong in my yard at like 7:15 in the morning. Like, popping up in my window and scaring the fucking shit out of me. Like, what the hell are you doing?
I know it's a double sword, but especially since you're a woman and like if it was Jay, you still don't want him to get abducted or sexually.
Oh God, no.
But
but he can at least punch the guy in the face. Like, what am I gonna do? He's not gonna be afraid. He's not afraid of me. Like,
Yeah.
So exactly, like and it made me. What made me nervous really was that his phone like was in the leaves, like right next to the step. Like and even so like that's really close to our door. Like, what were you doing that close to the house? Like, there was no reason for you to be over there. Like,
he probably thought he was at his house and he was trying to get in.
Maybe.
I wonder if he's a neighbor. Is he a neighbor?
Yeah, so the house across the street, and I think I've mentioned this, but like it's just a crappy. I don't know. It's dilapidated and stuff. Not that our house is such a palace, but like they just don't take care of it. Which whatever. I don't care what people do, but like it's always riffraff. Like there was an older couple that owned it. They don't speak the same language we do, and they're very heavy accent. I'm not sure what it doesn't matter, but they're hard to understand. And then like he would come, the husband would come over. Like if I was outside mowing the lawn, he would all of a sudden like kind of appear next to me, and he'd be like, "Oh, I pray for you. I pray for you." Why the hell are you praying for me? Like, I'm just trying to mow my lawn. Like, go do your own thing. Anyway, so then like I think they went to live in an old folks home because they got really old. But before that happened, they were living in their basement and like renting out like the top of the house. So but they were renting out rooms. So like like right there, that you're gonna get riffraff if you're just renting a room. So it's like one day there was all these cop cars in front of it, like 6 cop cars, and like other different types of vehicles in front of their house. And I'm like, holy crap. So somebody that was renting a room OD'd and didn't show up for work for like 2 or 3 days. Nobody knew it, and
oh my God.
do a wellness check. The guy was dead. So like that's the kind of like, and I don't
wellness check failed.
But I was like, yikes. But so there's a lot of people like in and out, and I'm not trying, whatever. But like it's been quiet for a while now. Like that was a couple years ago. And so since then it's been kind of quiet. There is somebody living over there, but they don't bother you. Whatever, and that's what I like. I'll give you the wave, the neighbor wave, do your own thing, I do my own thing. Have a great day. So I haven't had any problems, but I think this person is like related to them. So I don't know if he's like living over there now or if it's just, or if he was maybe just over there for that day or a couple of days. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I'm like, oh, please let it just be he was just visiting and you know what I mean? No more trouble. Like, it just makes me, it makes me more on edge. It makes me more nervous. As soon as I get home, I lock my door. Like, no thanks.
No, a trillion %. I remember, even in my neighborhood, I remember once something sounded loud, and I remember I got down on the ground, and I thought they were shooting. I remember peeking up. My wife's like, what? And I was like, I thought there was a shootout last night. But there was not a shootout. It was just like people getting a little loud voices. Because the place across the road from us, we didn't know we bought, though, was a rental place, which isn't bad. But I mean, if you own your house more than renting, you probably would take care of it better and you care more. And, so.
You mistook people's voices getting loud for gunfire?
No, I thought it was going to turn into gunfire.
Like it was like, it sounded like an argument kind of thing.
Yes, they were very nice people, but the fact that they were black may have had a factor into it. Not trying to be racist, but I was like, oh man, like I remember where we used to live, Powhatan, and I was like, oh man, they get loud, and I was like, oh shit, and I was like, it's gotta go down, and my wife was thinking too. She's like, are you racist? And I was like, no, just a bunch of people were yelling, and I thought gunshots were going to happen. And she's like, because of the color of skin. I go, not purposely. My heart wants what it wants. I don't know what to tell you. I was nervous. I was nervous. If they were a bunch of honkies, I'd probably been the same way. A bunch of, Chinese people, whatever. And,
This just getting worse.
If I heard a bunch of, I'm like, there's going to be a karate fight outside.
You worried about throwing stars or something?
Throwing stars are coming through the windows now. I heard a bunch of ninja talk. Chinese? That's correct.
Wow.
And, sorry. This segment was brought to you by the word sorry. Ding, 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 ding. Oh. See? Covered. And perfectly covered.
Oh, that fixed everything.
It fixed it all. Fixed it all.
So going back to trick-or-treating for a second, did you really stumble across a box of free Bibles?
Oh, yeah. In the neighborhood that I was in, rich bitch houses, right? There was just a thing people put out, and they lit it, and it said, free Bibles, and there was like a sign above it in the bush, like, grab a free Bible. Yeah. No. Yeah. I thought it was weird as well.
It's weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess I'm trying to spend...
When I picked it up, I was like, maybe there's like... You open it up, and like how people like in jail cut out like a knife to put in there. Maybe they cut out and put like a full-size candy bar in there. Like maybe like you're like, a Bible, and then you open it up, and in the middle it's just cut out. There's a nice Milky Way in there for you. You're like, fucking king size. Woohoo! Right?
Yeah, sure. That's right with that.
But yeah, but there were some Bibles, and we were just like, all right, well, let's leave the Bibles. And then my older son, he's loud, so he's like, Bibles? Oh, get my... I was like, all right, relax. Let's get out of here. We don't live here. And so it was just something else. But it was nice. It was a good time. Like I said, we like the most candy I think we've ever gotten in our lives. And well, not us, but I mean the kids. But let's be honest, we're picking through. And I don't feel so bad because I'm like, they're not eating all this. And again, I love the smell of a candy bag. Just the smell of it. Oh, so delicious. And
sounds like you like the smell of a lot of things.
Oh, yeah. Well, Polly's ass, bag of candy, whatever, anything old. And say we ever played a show, bring your grandmother with you. Let me smell her asshole. And ooh, she's wrinkly. I love the feel of an old person's skin, how thin it is. Like just that thin skin. You know what I mean?
Are you rubbing a lot of old people?
I mean, I don't know. I think working at old age home would be nice, right? Like you just kind of, you see them on their way out. You're nice. You sing and dance for them like a clown. You give them some food. Hey, Mrs. Belvedere, how are you?
And you rub them?
I don't know. I wouldn't go in starting thinking I was going to fuck the patients, but I would think if you're just there, Miss Johnson's like, I ain't got much, Sonny. It's always good to see you. Maybe we can watch a little Punky Brewster and you can finger my pussy a little bit. And I'll be like, I don't know. That might be frowned upon. I got you until 3:45, pal. Don't worry about it. And they fucking lover boy me in the old age home.
All right. If everyone has their fantasies, I dig it.
Fucking fingers smell like fucking Ben Gay and fucking wax. I don't know. Smell like those pink candies. And, whatever. Sometimes dreams come true. I don't know. I'm like speechless. No, in general, the old people got thin skin. You know what I mean? They got like thin skin, and like when you hold their hand or something, you're like, oh boy, that's thin. Like I
think you got thin skin too. You don't like when people disrespect you. I don't like the look.
No,
they owe me 2 cents. Who do they think they are?
No, there's a difference. If you said, I give you whatever, and it's one. I get 3 cents coming back to me, right? I can't do math. And I'm like, listen, it's a figure. I don't know. I'm not giving you figures. So if they owe me 3 cents back, it's mine. Like they should just go, hey, do you want this back? You don't get to judge that it's only 3 cents. I'm not giving you 3 cents back. I mean, would you do that with $40? You decide you just don't want to give me $40 back. It's not a lot of money to you. You keep $40. Same thing.
I'm sorry I brought it back up. Jesus.
Dude, I'm very Tom Petty about that shit. Fucking
very
I hate
Tom
it. Like I hate
Petty.
it. And I don't know. I still got. I get very petty with shit. I think I'm nice. I feel I give above good customer service. So I don't get good customer service. I get very angry. I'm like, there's no reason for this to not be, I don't know, whatever. At least fake it, whatever. I don't know. You guys don't feel the same way. You don't get no.
I get pissed off about customer service all the time, but I don't go into rages.
Or like people just getting like silly for nothing. Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell this story. Listen, and listen, I love all races, all whatever. Okay, let's put that disclaimer out there now. I don't hate anybody because of their skin color. Nothing. I love everybody. But listen to me. I went to this old store, right? And this lady was telling me how people were complaining, because sometimes they're an old antique store and they'll have stuff. So we're in there, we collect magnets as we go, right? And there was this magnet that looked like I don't know, old Aunt Jemima. It was like an African American lady. And she had like a thing on her head, and it said from Cancun or something, or whatever it said. And we're like, oh my god, like we're in this state. We always have a magnet. We should buy that racist magnet. Like oh my god, like that. People would like the woke society would lose their minds over this magnet. They'd be like, this should be broken. This should now, nowadays this can't be sold. But that's the reason we wanted it, just because we're like, it's so funny that this would never be sold nowadays. It shouldn't be sold. Let's just buy this magnet. So we went up to the counter and we went, and my wife's like, don't say anything about why we're buying the magnet, you fucking idiot. Like, people are going to think we're racist. And I go, whatever we're not. She's like, but you don't talk right. No one understands what you're saying. You tell half the story, so people don't ever know what you're talking about. You just look racist and like a fool. And I go, okay, I'll take fool, but I'm not racist. And so we're fucking going up to the counter, and we're talking to the lady, and I'm like, hey, how are you? And I was like, hey, I go, and she's like, oh, this magnet. And my wife's like, just goes, well, we buy a magnet wherever we go, because, we just like to have a magnet. She's like, well, this doesn't say, Flagstaff on it. So what? This says, you've been to Costa. And my wife goes, oh, we went before, and we just, decided, we never got one there. And we see one here, so we figured we'd get one. And I go, listen, and also, how racist is that magnet, right? And my wife's like, what? She's like, no, stop talking. Like, I'm like, it's going. And I'm like, wow. No. I go, we aren't racist. I go, love who you love, colors, whatever. Woo. And I said, that magnet is like, people nowadays would be so offended by it that it makes me laugh. I got to have this magnet because it would really offend a lot of people. And then she's like, oh man, she's like, and I go, she goes, we had like a bunch of salt and pepper shakers here, and they had people who look very, how they would make African American stuff in the past. And she's like, some lady was like giving us the riot act. You shouldn't be selling this. This is racist. And I was like, where are they? We may buy them. And I was like, oh my god. Right. And I said, no, I'm buying them because they're racist, not because they're not, And I go, but that's the joke. I go, I don't know. I don't know how better to explain it. I'm not racist. I don't think I'm racist. I just know these are very offensive looking magnets. And I thought, oh my god, it's just so funny. I got to grab it. So anyway, that's what we did. We grabbed that magnet and we awkwardly talked to the lady about how we weren't racist, but I think we were racist. I don't know. So we got the magnet. But anyway, I got this awesome new magnet out of my collection. I'm very excited about it. But it kind of reminds me, did you guys ever see that post on Instagram? Remember Aunt Jemima syrup? They said, we'll stop doing Aunt Jemima syrup. It's racist to people. People don't like it. Do you guys remember this at all?
I do. They changed the Aunt Jemima stuff to like Pearl Mills or something.
Right, but they said the Aunt Jemimas were racist. There's a meme. I don't know, search it. You can probably search it somewhere. It's got an empty Aunt Jemima bottle, a bottle of other syrup like being funneled into it with a gun on the table, and it says, they'll never take her away from me. And I couldn't stop laughing at it. They'll never take her away from me. It's crazy. But anyway, that's my magnet shopping story and whatever.
You've been holding that one for a while. Huh? I have not bought any racist magnets lately. I'm sorry.
But it's not, I don't know, whatever. Life's about fucking jokes, man. That's what I say. I say life's about jokes. I don't mean anything harm. Just having fun, man. Jokes are jokes. Whatever. Some people don't get it, I guess, or I don't know. God bless you and your narrow mind.
Well, after that wonderful story, we've been telling people, mention, hey, to comment and stuff, and we've actually gotten some comments lately. I wanted to spend towards the end of the episode, I just wanted to kind of read, and we said we'd read off comments that we got from people. So,
right. Oh, before we do that, can I give a couple shout outs?
Sure.
There's a couple people who I knew from my past, they recently started listening to the podcast, checking it out. So I said, hey, I'll give you a shout out on the podcast. So, hey, our 2 listeners, check out a buddy of ours. Her name is Josie. She does like crafts and things like that. So you can just check her out, facebook.com/ERGnome. It's ERGNOME. And that's just for some crafts and shit like that. And then a buddy of ours, Amanda, who also does movie reviews, but it's in like blog format. She doesn't do videos or anything, but she just does a blog format, just kind of written out like, hey, I watched this movie. Here's a quick little description. And it's really good. And I was reading what she did on The Collector, and I'm like, I think I'm going to watch The Collector. But anyway, so on Instagram, she's only on Instagram. Her name is final dot ly girl. It's probably, you probably can say it Flo or whatever, but final FINAL.LYGIRL. Just check her out and give them some love. And what were the ones you were gonna say, Bo?
Yeah, so on YouTube, on the P When You Poo Club, that's where we post our videos. We had somebody post the other day, Pinky Monica 5619, and she just posted, I am not part of this club. Well, you should be, because we have a fun time, and we're happy you're listening, and appreciate it.
It's a fun time. It's a fun hang. We're just shooting the shit. Whether it's a regular episode or a movie you've seen, especially if it's a movie you've seen, check it out because you can fucking shoot the shit with us. Put some comments in. Oh, XYZ, this part made me come, whatever. So, fucking, I say hashtag join the club. Hashtag join the club. Fucking come join with us, man. You'll enjoy yourself.
Come drink the Kool-Aid with us. It's fun.
Oh, man, rub your pussy and smell your fingers for a later date. Let me tell you, it smells good even after an hour. Better. You know how they say Chinese food is like sometimes better cold? Touch yourself in either your ass or your puss region, and then an hour later, smell your hand. You go, woo! I didn't know that was a good time, right? All right. Anyway, you were saying?
So, also on YouTube, we got another comment from Pathy's Big BNS. They put on our little Shop of Horrors video, this is the funniest shit ever. We appreciate that. That's an awesome review. We appreciate that.
That person knows their stuff. They know their stuff.
It was a very fun episode. We got to sing a lot, and Chowder was hysterical about abuse. And we went some different directions.
Tonight on Dateline.
But it was a very funny episode. I liked it quite a bit. I had a
It
lot
was
of fun.
kind of annoying. Let's be honest, right? If we're gonna fucking call, we're gonna shoot it down the middle here. I mean, come on. She was a little lispy, a little fucking annoying. I mean, I don't know. I mean, not saying abuse is right, but sometimes you can look the other way. What? Next?
Next. All right. Last comment on YouTube. It was actually a couple months ago about a month ago, when we released our Killer Clowns from Outer Space video. Be Adam put, this frightened me as a kid.
It never frightened me.
Why?
It never frightened me,
remember.
but I can see where it could have frightened kids. Absolutely.
I was
it's
horny.
Scary clowns trying to kill people. Chowder's jerking off to the clowns.
Dude, the big-titted clowns?
I just thought they were pretty cool.
Fucking, when their tits grew at the end, I remember getting so rock hard and being like, fuck those clowns. Oh, man.
Yikes.
So, like, pull out those clown tits and honk their fucking, do their nipples honk like their nose? I just remember just being so horny and just having all these ideas about fucking those clowns. Whew. All right, next.
So on Instagram, Stephanie Needs Adventure has kind of commented on a couple things. She put a candy bar on one with a needle, a pumpkin, a ghost for our Halloween stuff.
People eject your can.
On our Dirty Ombre episode, she wrote, the riff about holding the door. There's a crosswalk in the parking lot of my work, and I often will wave cars on. Sometimes there's a battle between me waving them on and them insisting that I cross. I don't want to have to scurry across the road just because you insist on being nice. Want to LOL. Thanks for being courteous, but if I wave you on, I mean it. I will sit down on the pavement before I get politely bullied into scurrying. Laughing face.
I don't know. I can't
Very
remember if she's agreeing with me or disagreeing with me. I don't know how I find it.
I felt like that was a Chowder response. Like that's Stephanie. Stephanie, I think you're very much in the mindset of Chowder. I could see Chowder doing the exact same thing. So awesome. I love that.
Well,
I love that comment.
Yes.
Right. It's like when you go out to dinner with people and someone's like right before, like, oh, I'm going to grab the check, get what you want. That makes me order the least expensive thing on the menu because I don't want you to buy me food. I want to buy my own food. I want to pay my own money because I want to get what the fuck I want. I don't want you to buy me something because then I feel like I got to get the hot dog or something. Or what's the smallest burger that's on the fucking menu, you know? And then because I don't want to just, I don't know. That's who I am. I can't do it. I don't know. And I remember at work one time, randomly, they're like, hey, we're getting everyone pizza today at work. And then someone types back, hey, is it gluten-free? Fuck you. You brought your own lunch anyway, or plan on getting some kind of lunch. If it's not gluten-free, then don't fucking eat the pizza, bitch. Like, you fucking idiot. I don't know. That makes sense. It's charity. It's
People
niceness. Eat what they're giving you. And if I didn't like it, I'll be like, well, I'll eat my own lunch or whatever. And the same thing. If you're giving me charity, I prefer, if you're going to do it, I'm going to do it, but I prefer to not have the charity. But anyway.
Agreed.
So we got some comments. That's nice. People are nice.
And Stephanie, I agree with you. I don't like being rushed.
Yeah. Don't
to have to cross
rush
the road. You know, like I got to cross and like I'm at Walmart or something and I walk. I don't run across the parking lot. I'm fucking walking. You can wait 3 seconds.
It's wet on that paint. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. We do got one more comment from Finn Diesel on Instagram. He asked, "Where's Hepatitis Pete?"
Oh yeah, that's coming, right? I forgot.
That
was
a good callback. Yeah. So I told him that Hepatitis Pete, the match between Hepatitis Pete and Dirty Hombre, is in the works. So, or the 10-Town Wrestling League. So
that match is coming. I hear it's coming. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Hepatitis Pete! You dare mess with the Dirty Hombre! The Dirty Hombre will break you. He will rip off your pubic hair and feed it to you slowly. So you slowly choke on the Dirty Hombre. Yay! And that was horrible. And,
something like that, yes. But yeah, thanks everybody for giving the comments. Well, you know, if you write a comment, write a review on Apple or Spotify or something, we'll read it on air. So yeah, we appreciate everybody leaving comments. Thank you.
Thank you for leaving comments. Check us out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's all we got. So yeah, I don't know, did you plug the Instagram? Tasteless Adjacent?
It's all good to now. Yeah, Tasteless Adjacent on Instagram. Give us a follow. We do all our updates on there. Follow us on Apple and Spotify, Audible, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Follow us on those, like us, give us a review, or share it with a friend. You know, somebody who has like an interesting personality and you know, has some 80s, 90s comedy kind of person, you know, likes that kind of sense of humor. I got 103 fever. I can't think right now. Chowder?
P1IPoo.club. Brings you right to the YouTube page. You're going to get all the goodness there at P1IPoo on both Instagram and X. Enjoy yourself. Is Threads a thing? Should we be on Threads as well? Or is it a waste of time? Like, I keep going back and forth.
I don't know. That's the question too. I keep seeing it, and I'm just like you have a thing on Threads, and I'm just like, I don't know.
What did your son say? No, it's not a thing. It's not in. Oh, it's not Riz. Not that Sigma.
Is Threads a thing? Should we be on Threads?
Fuck's Threads.
He doesn't know what the fuck.
It's Instagram's version of X.
Game?
Yeah, it's Instagram's version of X. Fuck it. We're going too long here. No one's listening anymore. All right, so say it for Shepard. So say it the flock. I don't even know if you ever hear this fucking episode. And if you did hear this episode, I'm sorry. Someone's went wrong during it. It's fucking first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go die. Good night, guys.
I feel better, Mom.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
What are you, some kind of dog, Dick? Dick.
You know what? That now they have you do though. They have you poop in the box. That colon guard thing. Have you used? I'm sure you see the commercial for it. It's the box that talks to people. So you actually poop. So it's called colon guard. Look it up. I swear to God, it's a real thing. And there's commercials for it all the time. And it's a fucking box. And you shit in the box and you send it back. You send it to the lab.
And the box talks?
Well, not in real life, but on the commercial. It's like...
Oh, I thought you meant like you shit in the box and it's like, you're cancer-free today.
Good job.
Levels are high.
But like...
I'd kiss your relatives.
So Jay had to do that a few years ago. And he was like hilarious about it. He was like, oh... He was like so excited. He was like, "Oh, I finally made my dream come true. I pooped in a box and I sent it to someone." I'm like, "What's wrong with you?"
Doctor's office opens it up. What's in the box? What's in the box?
Son of a bitch! Oh
That's
my
what
God.
Dude, that's what you don't want to get your mail mixed up.
Oh.
What?
All the turds rattling around in it. Oh, can you imagine? You get a whole box, like a whole truck full of those boxes. People shit in.
Like who the hell sent me rectal candy?